Hey everyone, I'm Amy of Handmaiden. I'm coming to you from the bottom of the South Island of New Zealand. It's a pretty chilly, fresh start today here in Southland. Hence I've actually got 3 hand knit items on today. Hand knit tee, hand knit sweater and my wee shawl on today. It's meant to be a beautiful day though. The sky is so clear. So I'm sure I'll be getting my shawl and Cardi off later. So this is a monthly kind of update that I do on YouTube of what I've been making in the past months, just sharing my current makes, what I'm working on, things I've learnt, and then I also give a wee update of what's been happening at Handmaiden. So yeah, normally the Fibre Club colourways that have gone out and stuff like that, and anything new I've added to the website. So first up, I guess, is this is recently finished, newly finished for me. Andrea Mallory's Shift Cowl. I did the cowl. I do like a cowl. We seam it up at the back and then it doesn't matter how much you move around, it's not going to fall off. You don't have to keep wrapping it. So yeah, I loved it. I think I shared last month the mosaic knitting, so kind of a wee bit like colour work because you're carrying it looks like you've carried a colour in behind there. But you don't, because you're only ever using one strand of yarn. Anyway, I loved it. I would knit another one of these in a heartbeat. It was one of those projects that you just wanted to knit another row, and yeah, I love it. Leftover, I used 3 skeins of Spin Cycle, but they weren't full skeins. These were leftovers from other projects. One of them being my Calypso Cardi. This is designed by Black Cat Knit Company, so that's Alana, who also owns the Lupine Yarn store in Auckland. I used one of the skeins, no, 1 and a bit skeins of Spin Cycle in my yoke here, and then the leftover has gone into my Shift Cowl. So yeah, there's your cowl. It's actually this kind of shape, and I've seamed it up at the back. Yeah, like I've started in this corner and gone diagonally across that way. Love it, easy to wear. And then I have shared my Calypso Cardi before. I did this as a test knit for Alana. And my current finished make is the Rowdy Tee. I've been sharing it on my personal social media. But yeah, it's all finished now. There were some pattern alterations. If I share the Ravelry link in the show notes below, you can go and see my Ravelry project, because I did a few edits to the pattern. Not much. I'm really loving the rolled hems at the moment rather than doing like a full rib. There's something soft and easy about the rolled hem, whereas the original pattern had ribbed 1 by 1 rib there. I think ever since I did my Amelia Tee by Petite Knits, that all had rolled hems on the arms and on the body, and the same with that boyfriend sweater I knitted, that had rolled hems. Yeah, I'm liking it at the moment. So it just has a wee 1 and 1 rib bottom, and this was 2 strands of lace weight yarn that I just held together and knitted with them. One of them's cashmere and one of them was just wool. I was going to say maybe merino, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, knitted up pretty fast, and it was cool to use a randomly dyed skein, and the colour didn't pull. I'm quite lucky that it all turned out nice, and adding the strand of white with the randomly dyed skein kind of marled the fabric even more and mixed up the colours. Yeah, and I thought I was going to be cutting it a bit fine with my yarn, how much meterage I had, so I did rib these in just the white rather than putting the colour in there, but I probably could have made it, but you never know until it's done. Yeah, so other finished things are plenty of socks, of course, because I said 2025 was going to be the year of socks. None of them hand knit. I've definitely knit them all on my flatbed knitting machine. So I had a natural dye day with some of the girls in my spinning, like weaving dyeing guild, and these are the socks I made with some of the yarn I natural dyed. I had wound the yarn and how I get it ready to do a self-striping sock ball, and then each quarter was dipped into a natural dye kind of stew that I'd made up. Yeah, my wee brews. Onion skins, dyer's lichen, walnuts, and the flax seed pods. That's the colours I used to get these 3 stripes. And then this was just you get lots of shades of beige when you're natural dyeing. So I can't remember what this one was, but one of them, yeah, worked good for my toes and heels. Very happy with those. They're a bit special. I haven't worn them yet. But yes, I should wear them. And then other socks I've been making. I'm trying to get a good range of all the different size socks, and I'm going to take them to the festival that I'm organising in May with a couple of girls from my spinning group. We've organised the Southland Fibre Festival, 45-degree Fibre Festival. I will be there with a good collection of different sizes of socks that I've been knitting. Here's another colour. Men's and women's and children's, working on some children's socks. I'm just not too sure on how to size these ones yet. But there we go. It's fun making these ones because I get to use up all the little odds and ends. Yeah. So they will be there at festival. If you want to get a pair of hand knit socks, machine knit socks, you'll have to come find me there. And the same with all the gobstopper balls that I've been dyeing up. I'm trying to stockpile them to take to festival. The only other place you could get your hands on some now, there's 1 or 2 on the website, would be Jan at Crofters Yarn. She's in Dunedin, and I have recently restocked her with another big batch of gobstopper balls, so maybe go check out Crofters Yarn. But here are some that I've been stockpiling for festival. Whoop, that was a good fluoro one. Yeah, lots of random colours, and each of them have kind of a charm that goes with the colourway that I've dyed them up. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. You have to come find me at the Goretown Country Club to get your hands on one of them. And then, so, other things I natural dyed. I made a collection of mini skeins, and on the wee cable ties, I wrote what they were. Just, you always think you're going to remember, but looking back, you don't after a few days. So yeah, I love how all the natural colours go together beautifully. I also, on my sock knitting machine, knitted a sock blank, so just plain undyed sock yarn knitted in the round a big tube, and then I bundle dyed that when we were doing our natural dyeing. I put berries and leaves and stuff in, or like on the sock blank, and wound it up and bundle dyed it. Tied it in a little bundle and put it in the warm water and left it in there to cook away. And that came out beautifully, and I knitted them into a pair of socks that I've gifted to a special friend because some of the things were from her garden. And then I guess the Fibre Club colourway that went out, I've knitted that up. The yarn was a neon fleck yarn this month, which is super cool. And March's birth flower is Daffodil, so it's very orange and yellow and green inspired for March, which is quite springy when it's actually autumn here in the southern hemisphere, but it was nice to have such bright happy colours. Knitted up cool into a pair of socks. And the fibre, I have started spinning the fibre, but I'll try and show you. So the fibre started orange and went through yellow to green, back out to yellow, back through to orange. And I dyed it, I dyed it that way because I really intended on making spinning yarn that would stripe. I wanted to make self-striping socks with it. It's a sock blend from Anna Grattan. So yeah, wool with some nylon in there. It was beautiful to spin. I got the whole braid and split it in half, and I've spun one half, so and knitted a pair of socks with it. This one I'm going to spin next and make the other sock. Yeah, I haven't spun much sock yarn before. Normally I spin it with the intention of making socks, and it's not quite the right weight, or I don't quite get the right gauge for socks. But this one was a huge success. So this is how my finished spin's striped. I spun one half end to end, and then I split the next bobbin's worth into 4. So it was, yeah, like a fractal spin. I didn't want it to be super solid blocks of colour, which I could have got if I like Navajo plied it. I wanted the colour shift to be a bit more softened. So yeah, fractal spun it and then knitted that on my flatbed knitting machine. Happy with that. I just have to spin the next one to make one more sock, but I didn't because I really wanted to show you what the fibre looked like before I'd spun it. Yeah, so that was March's Fibre Club. I hope everyone else is having fun spinning and creating with theirs. And then currently on my needles, is the J Road sweater, and this is by Kiniki. They are a New Zealand knitwear designer, and I'll share their details in the show notes below, and also my Ravelry project. I don't know if you can see, but it's this beautiful cabled yoke. I'm very excited. And yeah, I don't think if I show you it's giving me too much away showing you this. Yeah, but you can see the beautiful yoke is cabled, and then it goes into a nice plain body, but the cable continues from the yoke right the way down through the sleeves. It's so pretty. It's a children's pattern. I'm kind of fudging it. I'm using bigger needles than the pattern calls for, and I'm using worsted weight yarn instead of a DK weight yarn that the pattern calls for. And all going to plan, it will work out. Watch this space. I'll let you know next month if it worked out. Yeah, I just loved it so much that I was like, oh, I'm gonna risk it. Yeah, maybe one day the pattern designers will make an adult version. Watch this space. And new on the website is not very much at all. I made up some little markers, so they're on the lever back clasps, so they're easy to get onto crochet or knitting, whatever you're working on. And they were just super cute coffee cups with the little love hearts in the middle, 5 different colours. And then the twist keepers that I use when I'm spinning, so when you've got the fibre on your spinning wheel and you step away and you don't want to lose the twist out of the fibre that you're currently spinning. We had the smiley face twist keepers. And Tessa, who is also in my spinning group, she has a 3D printer and has, go check them out on the website. She has printed more smiley face markers for me in that super cool filament that does like the colour shift. Like this one's blue, but it's like a blue green. And again, that one's like a pinky gold. There's a purpley one somewhere too. Yep, super cool. More of those. I'll take those to festival as well if you want to grab them there. And I think that's about me today. That's all updated. So yeah, anything I've mentioned, check out the show notes below, and I will hopefully would have remembered to put it all down there. And ask away if you've got any questions. Let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you next month.